Listen, I get it. Sometimes social media feels difficult. It feels like the algorithm's against you or no one's paying attention to your videos. And if no one's doing that, how can you be the successful influencer? Or how can you be the successful creator or business owner that gets a bunch of leads through social media if none of that is happening? Now, I'm here to tell you there's things you can do to make the algorithm, favor you. I call these the cheat codes of social media. And you can use this to make people pay attention. So you're going to hack into human psychology and you're going to hack into the algorithm, which means you cannot lose. So with that being said, let's get into the video. And while I'm wiping off my beautiful flipping drawing, if you guys ever play like GTA San Andreas, there was cheat codes like up, down, square, triangle, jump, da 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 da. San Andreas is such a sick game. Then the Instagram logo, YouTube logo, TikTok logo, and cheat codes. Simple. But as I'm wiping this down, like for people that are new, I'm not just saying this stuff. Like you don't have to listen to me, all right? But I've just helped other creators and business owners, including myself as well, like double their business revenue, grow their personal brand, increase their business revenue, get more leads, get better opportunities. Like a big one is Zero Knowledge. In 4 weeks, he grew from 4,000 YouTube subscribers to over 100,000, tripled his business revenue. But with that being said, let's get on to the first cheat code that will change everything for you. Yeah. Number one is attention. And if you can't tell, these are eyes that I've drew, and they're kind of just focusing on one thing. So you want people to pay attention to you. Now you're thinking, how the hell do I do that? That's what I've been trying to do. I've been posting these videos, whether it's lifestyle clips or I'm trying to educate people and no one seems to be listening. I'm here to tell you, there's a few reasons that they're not listening. And this is the main reason that they're not listening to you. It's not because your videos are quote unquote boring. It's because your hooks are shit, or your thing that's meant to grab their attention is bad. That's literally it. Like, I sometimes sit here and I wonder, why do some people blow up on social media and why do some people struggle? And it's just because they have a better hook than others that's able to stop the scroll on Instagram or TikTok, or they have a better thumbnail and title on YouTube that allows people to stop the scroll but also click the video. So when it comes to grabbing attention, you want to focus on the hook. Or if you're on long form platforms, focus on the title and thumbnail. Now, because I'm feeling generous, I'm actually going to leave something in the description where you can basically get a bunch of hook templates, and you should be able to get some title templates or frameworks that you can basically plug and play into your YouTube channel or your short form videos, which will allow you to simply get more views because they are a better base of a hook than whatever you're using. Now, a good hook is relevant. Sometimes they're like a hyperbole. So this is where you just over exaggerate or you exaggerate something. Like I made a video saying never record content on your iPhone until you change these 3 settings. That's me over exaggerating. I'm not saying really and truly you can fucking record with those settings if you want, but I'm just saying never do it. Plus it's a negative stance, which I always love coming from. Pause. Then you have stats. I've seen something recently. If you add numbers or statistics to your hooks or titles like 93% better or 97.1 or 99% or top 1%, whatever it is, whatever stats you add, that can increase click-through rate and increase the amount of people that actually pay attention. Now, one thing that you'll notice is short form hooks are essentially titles for YouTube videos. And if you haven't clocked that as well, you can take YouTube titles and turn those into short form hooks, literally. Now, also when it comes to titles and thumbnails, you want it to be bright. Like if you can increase the brightness of your thumbnail, even better. I would always go for more simple than complicated. So like if you're going to have your face on there, include an image or text. It's very rare that you'll see a thumbnail that has faces or a face with an image and text. So if I had to draw it out, you wouldn't see pretend this is a thumbnail. You wouldn't see a person, right? Then you won't see text, then another image. It's very, very rare. And you can go and literally look on your YouTube homepage right now and you'll see that it's very, very rare. Thumbnails, keep it bright, keep it simple. And if you're gonna put words, if it's not a quote from something that someone said in the video, keep it like 4 words maximum. And then for your titles, it's literally relevant, make it a hyperbole, add stats. If you want, make it more negative focused. I'm not saying all your videos need to be negative focused. And focus on a pain or solution, especially if you're a business owner. So clearly you clicked on this video because you want to do better on social media. I've targeted a pain, but also a desire. It's like, clearly if you click on it, you're struggling because you're looking for cheat codes. And if you click on this video, you want your social media to do better. It's as simple as that. Now, obviously, as I said, there's going to be something in the description just because I'm feeling generous. Now, let's move on to the next thing. And it's funny with social media, man, because like I see people talk all the time about like social media and how to grow. And there's so many different ways to do it. Like there's not one way to do it. And I'll probably be the first person to say that. Like if someone ever tells you this is the only way this is going to work, fucking run away, bro. Like it's so far from true. And one thing I don't like is when people are using like complicated or just jargon. They're just using some BS language like, oh, this the framework. And I get it. It makes you sound better. And sometimes I have that as well, like prophecy prediction. So like I've got a framework called prophecy prediction, which is like a proven strategy, which I tweak for my clients to allow them to get more views on their videos and more leads for their business. If you are a business owner who wants to join prophecy prediction, if you want to double your business revenue, generate more leads for your business, there's going to be a link in the description to work with me. As I said, I've done it for Nero Knowledge. Also, Gavin Speaks, who tripled his business revenue in 4 weeks and got his highest viewed video with me with his first video, if that makes sense. But with all of that being said, as I said, if you guys think, oh, this guy's changed shit, like don't click the link in the description. Now, once you've got the attention of someone, you want it to, I'm gonna get creative here. I'm gonna get creative. Once you got their attention, the second thing that you want is to spread that attention and spread that information. And if you haven't guessed it, that's a knife with butter or jam or whatever thing you like on bread, spread. So that's a bar still. But once you got their attention, you need that attention to spread. Now, the easiest way and the best way to get people to spread your video is shares. This has been the best thing since sliced bread. Before the internet was even possible, when things went quote unquote viral or became known in the public, it's because one person would tell one person and that person would tell another 2 people and those 2 people would tell 4 people and so on. But with social media, that's just become faster to do. You don't have to knock on their door to tell them. You literally just send them a DM, send them a text, or literally send them the video. And this brings me to the aunties on WhatsApp. Like my mom will be always sending me reels or sending me memes or sending me whatever. And my dad will be sending me stuff over WhatsApp and that spreads like wildfire. And most of the time they're spreading like false news or just fake info, right? But the fact that it's spreading should be enough to let you know that shares are the fastest way for your videos or any information that you spread on the internet to go viral. It's ridiculous how fast those aunties spread information on WhatsApp, bro. It's actually ridiculous. But shares are OP. Now, apart from shares, there is saves. And this one is, the way I see this one is when I'm chilling with friends, I'll be like, oh bro, I forgot to show you this thing. Let me check if I saved it. Or sometimes I get to the gym and I've seen some guy do a sick workout and I'm like, let me see if I saved it. Like, how did he do that form? Like, how was that form? How do you do that again? What was the exercise? What was the name of it? What equipment did I use? Like, did he use? All of that stuff. Saves are amazing. Plus, once you click back on the video that you saved, it's another view. You know what I'm trying to say? Plus, it also indicates to the algorithm that that video is clearly valuable and that person wants to see that stuff again. Now, this one is quite nuanced because it's only available for TikTok, but you have reposts and reposts are amazing. If you repost a video, your followers or people in your contacts will see that you reposted this video. Now, not everyone will see it. If they're interested or your algorithms align, which a lot of the time they do, that repost will show up. And when you see someone, like, if I see someone reposting something, I'll be like, let me just give this a chance. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they clearly think it's good, it's valuable, it's funny, or whatever it may be. Now, the easiest way, without a doubt, to spread your information or your videos is the algorithm. But the funny thing is, the algorithm is just calculating how many saves, how many shares, how many views, how many comments, and I'm going to get onto the last thing now. How many of those things are actually being done on this video to warrant it to be shared by the algorithm? That is literally it. Like, you cannot just hack into the algorithm. You know, if you follow these things and you increase the amount of people that share your videos and repost and saves, and, you know, make your thumbnails brighter, make it more simple, make it more attention grabbing, make your titles better. As I said, there's something in the description for you. Like, the algorithm has no choice but to be like, it's cooking still. The algorithm would literally be like, it's cooking still, can't even suppress this no more. And the way I see it is, the algorithm wants you to do well. Like, the better your videos are, and the more people that watch your videos, the longer they stay on the platform, the longer that platform gets paid, because more brands want to put more money into that platform because more people are on it, which means that brand that pays YouTube or pays Instagram will get more people seeing their brand, which means they will get more sales, and, you know, money circulates. So it literally goes like that. So these platforms don't want to suppress you unless you're talking about shit that is going to be suppressed. You know, I'm playing Clash Royale, I'm stuck at 7,500 trophies, bro. I'm cooked still, not gonna lie. I'm cooked still. And I feel, so many people showed love on my last video. I'm not sure if this is coming out before this other video I recorded ages ago, but you guys were talking about, like, there was a comment talking about they were 25, they moved out, but they had to move back home, and it felt like being homeless. It felt like being homeless because you had to move back home after like 2 years of being like living alone. And I hear what you're saying, but at least you're technically not homeless, but I guess it's kind of a downgrade because you're in your own space and all of that stuff. And people are talking about mortgages. Someone said, like, the property thing is patched for our generation. And I hear it, bro. Like, right now, the interest rates are crazy. So, like, if you get out a 300K mortgage, like 200K interest, okay, it's probably not that bad. But you get what I'm trying to say. It just doesn't make sense. There's other investments you can make which are literally just as good. But I appreciate the love on the last video, man. So sometimes I feel like recording those videos are awkward because obviously I'm talking to the camera, and I'm hoping that you guys will just be able to relate or just understand where I'm coming from, or even just give me your attention. Because really and truly, I'm just yapping, innit? Just yapping my thoughts away, gang. Just yapping my thoughts away. So the third one is retaining. Once you've got the attention, once it's spread, you want to retain that attention. Now, the thing with retaining is this comes at every step in the way. So as soon as you capture their attention, you need to retain it. Because if you don't retain it, they probably won't even spread it in the first place. You know what I'm trying to say? But then also, if the video is poorly retained, has someone ever shared a video with you and you thought, I ain't watching that? Like, you've watched the hook and you've been like, and gave it an extra few seconds. You're like, you ain't watching. You just weren't retained. You know what I'm trying to say? So to retain someone, let me change from black. Even though black is beautiful, black is excellent. Nah, Dave is too cold, man. Dave is too cold. So what you want? Ooh, purple's looking good. So AVD, average view duration. This is basically how far people get into your video on average. So what you want to do is make the video as long as it needs to be. I've seen videos that stretch on for an extra 10 to 15 minutes than it needed to be. Like, they've given all the information away, they've given everything, and there's no reason for me to stick around, like, no offense. So I just leave. And that means your graph, like your retention graph on any platform, if you've ever seen it, will look something like this. Like, you've given info, it'll take a steep drop. And then right here is, yeah, cool, it's 60%, but the drop off shows any platform that something went wrong and you were just yapping. What you want instead is your graph to look something like, that is pretty steep at the same time. Your graph to look something like this. Of course, people are going to drop off because your hook is basically going to select or qualify people to watch the video. If I said, if you are a business owner who wants to double their business revenue, anyone that isn't a business owner and someone that their business isn't struggling, they're not going to continue watching the video. So your hook is going to select people. So people are going to drop off naturally. It's about the people that stay. How long are they staying for? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, ideally, it should look level. There's going to be tiny little bumps. And at the end, you are going to get people drop off anyway, because some people will predict that you're coming to the end of your video. And I do this all the time. I'm watching YouTube videos and I'm like, this video's been going for a while. Let me check. 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm gone. Even a minute left, I'm gone. Or if I feel like the video is coming to an end, I'm gone. And I know you guys do it as well. It can't be only me. So that's why they always say never put call to actions at the end of your video, because a call to action at the end indicates that the video is going to end. And people can have a feeling when the video is going to end. And when you slap a call to action on top of that, it reconfirms what they're thinking and they're gone. And your call to action could be 10 seconds, 30 seconds, could be even a minute if you're adding social proof. That's a minute of your view duration just flipping ruined. Now, another thing that helps with retaining, comments. And this one's quite niche. I don't know about you. Whenever I go on a YouTube video, one of the first thing I do is go down to the comments. 70% of the time when I find a TikTok or a reel, I go on the comments. I'm interested to see what people are saying, seeing their opinions. Maybe I'm confused and I want more clarity. I don't understand something. The comments are going to be a lifesaver. And the best thing about the comments is, especially if you're on short form platforms or any platform, while you're reading the comments, the video is still playing, which means you're getting your average view duration up. You're getting all the stats that matter to the algorithm, which is going to indicate that video is good and more people should, or the algorithm should push that video to more people. But also, if you're reading the comments, you might be a person that comments. So you might see a comment and think, nah, they need correcting. So you comment too. And now you're spending more time in the comments and that video is still playing and you're listening to it. And then you might hear something that you want to comment about. It's crazy how many people overlook comments. Comments, yeah, turn me up. Man, can't lie, the UK is hot right now still. We're having like a heat wave or something. It's at 26, 27 degrees. I'm cooking in this room. Now, there's one last thing, and you can call this a bonus, but it is emotion. Emotion is the language of the universe. Emotion is the language to content creation. And if you create good content, you will create wealth. Content creation is wealth creation. Content creation is the modern day currency of business. Content creation is everything. And if content creation is everything and emotion is everything, emotion should be in your content. Now, I'm not saying you need to be emotional and cry on camera or get really excited and super enthusiastic. You could be mellow, you could be chill, but the words that come out of your mouth, pause, the words that are coming out of your mouth should be triggering some sort of emotion, whether that's making them laugh, whether that's making them feel excited, maybe excited to learn, whether that's making them feel inspired, motivated. The best emotion to make someone feel in a video, to get them to stay for as long as possible and enjoy the video, is any emotion that causes high arousal. This is anything that gets the heartbeat going, which is why, if you notice, I've mentioned excitement, inspiring, motivation. It's everything. And I read it in a book as well. There was literally studies done. It doesn't matter if the emotion is negative. It doesn't matter if the emotion is positive. They will do equally as well, as long as it is high arousal. Which is why you got videos like anger. Anger is a bad emotion. Not a bad emotion. It's a negative emotion. Anxiety. You know, when like you're watching something that could be potentially scary, you're like, oh, is it gonna happen now? Is it gonna happen now? When the video angers you, you got that emotion. You're like, how can you be saying this? Let me hear what he's gonna say. Let me view the comments, see what people are saying. Emotion is literally everything when it comes to content. Literally everything. Now, I've given you guys the cheat codes. There's 4 simple steps to this process. Share this video and go smash it on social media.